Hey folks, welcome you all to a new video. This is CA Ganesh Bharadwaj. So tomorrow, that is 12th of September 2024, marks the first day of exam of this upcoming September 24 attempt. And I just wanted to record a small message for you all before you guys sit for your first exam. So this is not subject related. It is just a general message that I wanted to share with you all. Now, I keep saying this again and again in our regular lectures as well. CA exams are a test of your emotions. Now, keep your emotions in check right now because the way you perform in your exam is predominantly driven by your mental energy, right? Only if you're mentally strong, you will be able to recollect whatever that you have prepared. And there are also one category of students, which I think is very common once again. They might think of skipping the attempt and all that and writing it in Jan. Now, this predominantly comes in because of the fear of failure, right? Now, I would just like to share one small story with you all. And again, this story I've shared it in many other occasions, but I thought sharing this story the day before your exam will definitely help you resonate to whatever is the learning that we can take out of this story. And this story is about a world popular guy called Elon Musk. Now, this guy, he started off, a fintech startup on his own at a time when internet was booming, and it took off really well. And he sold this company, and he earned a lot of money. Now, generally, when people earn a lot of money, what they will do, they will just settle in life. They won't take any risk. Of course, they've made all the money they want. They will just go on vacations, buy a big house, settle down, and live peacefully. But this guy, what he did, he split it into two. And he invested one major portion of this money into a company called Tesla. And the other portion of his money, he invested into a company called as SpaceX. That is basically the startup that he founded. Now, this company SpaceX had a very crazy mission, crazy as people would call it. The mission of this company, if you go to the website, it says the mission of this company is to put people in Mars. That is to transport people to Mars, right? And for that to happen, Mars is very far away from the Earth, as we all know. Now, for that to happen, the first thing is that he had to come up with something called as building reusable rockets. Now, for the simplicity's sake, just so that everyone can understand, let's say you want to travel from Chennai to Bangalore by car. So you take your car, drive it down till Bangalore, right? And with the same car, you will come back to Chennai, right? So you won't dispose the car at Bangalore, get a new car and come back. Absolutely not. However, this is not quite feasible when it comes to space technology for a simple reason that all the rockets that they build, generally the rockets will have the capacity to carry fuel that is only one way. It cannot go and come back. But for this guy's mission to be successful, he had to build reusable rockets. That is, the rockets had to go back to the space, do whatever the work that he had to do there, that is the satellites or whatever technical stuff, and the same rocket had to come back to Earth. Only then he can reuse it. It had to be cost effective. Now, many top scientists in the world, they have tried many times, but they couldn't build reusable rockets. But this guy, he said, I want to build reusable rockets, and he invested a huge amount of his money and his time into it. The moment he started this company, people were literally criticizing him. Top scientists were criticizing him. Many people were criticizing him, scholars, learned people. They're thinking this guy has come up with a crazy idea. Maybe he was successful in a fintech startup or whatever it is, but in space technology, this guy is coming up with a crazy idea which we don't think will even happen. Now, after years of efforts, after years of hard work, now then came a day where he had to launch his rockets, right? So on the day of launch, they have a countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what happened was this rocket, it blasted in the launching pad itself. And that was the first attempt, and it became a huge failure. Now, as it is, people were criticizing him. Now, this guy was criticized even more. Now, more people left him also, those who had trusted him. They also left him because this guy was building some rockets and it's not even working and all. Now this guy said, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try one more time. Now just imagine, for you to build a rocket, it takes millions of dollars and it takes years of efforts, and literally it's not an easy task, right? That's why they call it as rocket science. Whenever there's something difficult, they draw the analogy of rocket science. It's not easy. Now this guy said, I'm going to do it once again. Now, building a rocket, as I just told you, requires a lot of time and efforts, and it also requires people's confidence. He somehow convinced some investors into the company. He built, once again, he started working on it. Years passed by. The second attempt, the day of launch, came in. Now, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The rocket beautifully took off, right? But the moment it reached the second or third level of the atmosphere, some technical term they use, it blasted into pieces, and the second attempt was also a massive failure. Now, people literally lost even more confidence on this guy. They said, this guy only talks big. He has some crazy idea which is absolutely pathetic. It is not at all practically possible. Now, this guy said, I am going to try it for one more last time. And if this time, if it does not succeed, now I will just repay all the debt and everything and I will just sign off. Now, it was not an easy thing, because if he's going to try for one more time, he had everything in stake, right? Now, he had to repay a huge amount of debt. He had to literally slog for a long period of time, and still he had everything to lose. In the moment, if this also is going to be a failure, that's about it. He is going to be a pauper. He has nothing left. This guy said, I am not going to give up. I am just going to try this for one last time. Now, he literally, spent a hard time in convincing even those little people who were standing with him. And finally, years of efforts, relentless, sleepless nights, then came the day of his third and the final launch, as he would call it. On the day of launch, same, the countdown began, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The rocket, it took off beautifully. It went to the space, did all the work it had to do there, like launching satellites or whatever it is. It came back to Earth, right? And it stood back on the launching, that is the launching pad. It returned back to the launching pad, just like how you would park your car, right? And this, whatever crazy idea that he had, it manifested into a reality at that point of time. When the entire world was against him, they were just surprised and amazed with whatever this guy achieved, right? And this great thing didn't happen overnight. This happened because of his perseverance, despite the fact that he had to face a lot of criticisms. And remember, he literally had everything to lose. Suppose it hadn't worked out for him, he would have been a pauper. And now what has happened? He's the world's richest man, for a simple reason that he had this never say die attitude. Now later on in an interview, he said, only I know what I underwent, because literally this was a very crazy idea. It was one of a kind. No one has ever done it. And by the way, guys, Elon Musk has nothing to do with rocket science. When he was asked in this interview, he said, how do you know about space technology? He said, I just read a few books, and that's all he said. Now just imagine, for a person who is new to a particular field, and that too rocket science, that too with a lot of criticisms, and that too with literally everything to lose. And at a time when he would have actually settled well with whatever money that he had got, he still took the chance, and with a never say die attitude, he achieved it. Now just imagine, reflect this into your lives. You guys have prepared so well in your exams, so well for your exams. You guys have literally slogged for months, and right now is the day of that launching pad. This is the day for you right now, the days of your exams, right? Now you have not come this far only to come this far, right? You don't have anything to lose. In a worst case scenario, what will happen? At most, the results will not be in your favor. That's about it, right? But for you to even stand a chance to succeed, you should first go and write the exam, right? Giving up is definitely not a solution right now. If you're giving up, it's a guaranteed failure. You know that you're going to lose. Of course, you have not tried. At least you stand a chance to pass only if you are going to write your exams, right? So first have this in your mind. There are really so many things that we can learn from great people at a point when they had everything to lose. Now you have nothing to lose right now. Your months and years of efforts, you are just going to go write an exam and come back. As simple as that. Now for you to do it, all you need is that perseverance, that never say die attitude. And you know what? No matter what, irrespective of how you have performed well in an exam, don't carry it forward to the next exam. And if you have not done that exam well, same, do not carry it forward to the next exam. Do not do that. Just stay focused on the process. And of course, the perseverance, this never say die attitude, have that survival instinct within you. I am 100% sure you are going to clear in this upcoming attempt itself, right? And always remember, work hard in silence. Let your success make all the noise. So all the very best for your CA Inter exams. I will meet you all in CA final. Bye-bye.